Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm sorry I'm running late, but I was at Montebello handing out food to people, and some of you drove through and saw me. It was good to see some of your smiling faces, and I saw Mauricio B. and several others. And so, if you get a chance on Mondays and Thursdays, we usually start early, about 8 o'clock. You can come through the line and on Mondays, you can get some work to do, schoolwork to do and also food. But then on Thursday, it's only food. So if you get a chance, come see me. All right, let's start. We're going to do a couple of problems today. Let's start on the number one. This is, again, the 2014 STAAR test. And we're going to look at number one. Sophia will arrange 42 feathers into 7 glass cases for her collection. There will be an equal number of feathers in each glass case. Which number sentence can be used to find the number of feathers in each glass case? All right, now, what I've always told y'all, that it's one thing to just read it one time, but you really need to do it more than that. You really need to read it several times and take it in sections. Remember, one step at a time. So let's go again. Sophia will arrange 42 feathers into 7 glass cases for her collection. So we've got what? 42 feathers, 42 feathers, and into 7 glass cases. All right, 7 glass cases. Sophia will arrange 42 feathers into 7 glass cases for her collection. And you've seen glass cases before if you've ever been to the museum, or if somebody has a baseball that was or any kind of trophy, and it might be in a glass case, okay? And that's what this is. There will be an equal number of feathers in each glass case. Which number sentence, that's A, B, C, D, can be used to find the number of feathers in each glass? Okay, so let's go back and let's highlight some things we don't know. Okay, let's see. Some important words. Let's see. We got Sophia will arrange 42 feathers into 7 glass cases. Well, this just looks like a bunch of feathers. Has anybody counted them to see if that equals up to 42 feathers? Let's keep going. There will be an equal number of. Equal number of. We see the word each. Let's see, what else we know? Sentence can be used to find the number of feathers in, there's each again, in each glass. All right, so if you remember, we've got two things. Two things that we've got to do. We've got to ask two questions. One is, do I know the total? So do you know the total or not? Okay, total, question mark, okay? Do you know the total? So if it's yes, remember, if it's yes, what do we do if it's yes? Does anybody remember what we do if it's yes? We do know the total. All right, I think I said here Mauricio C. and several others mention it. Yes, you're correct. We are going to, here you too, Alexander. 42 feathers, you know the total? Yes, you do, 42 feathers. So if we know the total, the only two things we can do is what? Or subtract. You are correct. I heard several of you say it out loud. If you don't know the total, then you're either going to do what? Add or what? Multiply. Right. Okay, the other question we've got to ask, if everybody remembers, I know it seems like a whole year since we've been together. The word each. Does anybody see the word each? Anybody see the word each in the problem? Okay. So if you see the word each, and I know I'm doing some terrible spelling, but it's hard to do it with this mouse. All right. Do you see the word each? If it's yes, if you do see the word each, remember, I've taught you this since the beginning of school. It's either going to be divide or what? Multiply. And if you don't see the word each, it's going to be either add or subtract. So tell me, do we see the word each anywhere? Yes, we do. So we know that it's going to be these two areas. It's going to be either what? Let's highlight it here. Let's see. Let's circle it. I'm going to do it purple. That just sounds neat. All right, we do know the total, right? So it's going to be one of those. And there is the word each, so it's going to be that, okay? So what's in common between these two things? Does anybody notice? Yeah, what? It's division, right? It's division. Now, there's another way we know that it's division, and what is that? Does anybody know? There's a key word or phrase. You're right. It's the word what? It's the word same number of or equal number of. That means divide. So we're dividing. And then, of course, each, remember, it means either divide or multiply. So it looks like from all these things, what do you see? We've got divide here, and divide is in common here. So I think, what are we doing? Has anybody decided? Yeah, we're dividing, okay? So we say 42, and we're putting it to how many glasses? Divided by what? 7 is equal to what? Does anybody know? Well, let's look through here. We've got 42 minus 7. Are we subtracting? No, so that one cannot be right. Are we multiplying? No, because we know the total. Are we adding? No, because we already have the total. Are we dividing? Yes, we are dividing. And it is 42 divided by 7 is 6. Okay? Now, you should remember that from doing your multiplication chart. All right, let's go to the next one. Does everybody see that? That's pretty easy, huh? You can do that. That's not hard. Now, a lot of y'all get confused when you see a problem like this. What my class did back in 2014, or actually 2015, when we did this, what they did is they tried to make an array out of this. Before you do those kind of things, read through the question and see what they're looking for. Right here, we were looking for how many are feathers. Remember, and do a little asterisk, a multiplication and a plus. We're looking for feathers. Okay, the number of feathers. Okay. So it's not asking you to put it into an array. It's not asking for length and width, although you could do it that way. The problem with this is this isn't got full even number of rows and columns, does it? So you got to remember it says it has an equal number of. Another way you could do it is you could draw 7 glasses or 7 circles or 7 boxes. And you could do the pick teams, and you could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And do that until you get rid of all the 42 feathers. Then you could see how many was in each glass. But if you look at the answers, you can see what they're looking for. They're looking for the number sentence or the equation. All right, let's look at the next one. All right. Which one of these is not an octagon? Which one of these figures is not an octagon? Well, there's 2 things we got to know. We've got to first recognize something. Does anybody see it? Come on, I know you can see it, right? Yes, the word not. We want the not head answer. We don't want the correct answer. We want a not head answer. So we don't want which one is an octagon. We want the one that is not an octagon. The next thing we got to do is we got to figure out how many sides is an octagon. Well, octa in Latin, it means 8. So an octagon is 8-sided. And the reason I'm telling you this is because we haven't studied this yet. We did a little bit. That's 8-sided. Let me see if I can't draw my little finger here, okay? 8. Oh, it's not wanting to do it. 8-sided. There we go. 8-sided. I know it's terrible. All right, 8-sided. So we want the one that is not 8-sided, okay? So let's see. Let's count them. We got right here, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that one's 8. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that one's 8. Okay. Or no. What do I have there? Does anybody see anything? Look at there. Right there. What? It's kind of like when I tell you to mark out coins and stuff. The reason you do this is for a reason. When I teach you. Remember when there's 2 dots. So does this really have 8 sides? Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, that doesn't have 8. It has 7. Well, let's double check the rest of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That has 8. So which one does not have 8? Which one is not an octagon? You betcha it's H. That one was an easy one. It's easy if you know how many an octagon is, okay? And a pentagon. Let's see. A triangle has how many sides? Let's try to remember. 3. Yep. And then a quadrilateral is 4 sides. And those are squares and rectangles, things like that. Then let's see. A pentagon is 5. All right. A hexagon is 6. And a heptagon is 7. All right, so that one right there is a heptagon, H-E-P. Okay, and an octagon, of course, you already know an octagon, octagon is 8. And we'll get into later on what a nanogon is 9, and then I can't remember 9 all of a sudden on the top of them. A decagon is 10. And we'll learn that when we start going through, and hopefully we'll at least have 2 weeks left of school, and we can go in there and get to see each other again, and we'll be reading, and we'll go through 2- and 3-dimensional objects and also measurement. That's got to do with time and gallons and things like that. Rulers and things like that. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed today. I'm going to be also putting together reading the book, so be looking for that as well. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.